Hi YouTubers. I wanted to give you a little summary of some of the stuff that I found over the last couple days. I actually found a harmonica reed, and it was in two pieces, and there's must still be more down there. That's something I never ever thought I'd find on my own in my own yard. I found something that kind of looked like a buckle, but it was really it's really lightweight. I'm not sure what it was. I actually found a round ball, a fired round ball. And I guess that my dad, he used to have bullet molds, and he probably made that and actually fired it. I found another key. I found a old toy badge, and it actually has horseshoes on it. And right there, the horseshoes kind of make out a word that says wild. I don't know if you can see it here. It's you can see it better when it's wet. But obviously had something there that's gone. My husband said he had something like that, and it used to hold a dime in the center, and a dime does fit in that. Although I did not find a dime with it. I did find the pin backing, which I put it somewhere else. I don't have it out right now. I did find 2 nickels in my yard, some more pennies, and then another Wheatie, and that's a 1958. And this one I found in my sister's driveway. Now, if you remember, these things I found when I first started metal detecting about a month ago. And I didn't have a clue what they were. I thought they were bottle caps that were flattened and had holes in them, and we thought maybe they were used for insulation tabs. Well, I showed some of this stuff to my brother, and I asked him if there was anything that he recognized, and I didn't show him these, but he said no. And I said, is there anything you lost in the yard that you would like me to look for? And he says, you know what? He says, I had hammered out a bunch of brass shotgun shell ends from the paper shotgun shells that couldn't be reloaded anymore, and you're just left with the ends. And he had hammered them out and put them in a jar and buried them. And I said, you know what? I think I found them. I said, but I didn't think they were brass. So I took them over and showed them to him, and he says, yeah, that's them. That is brass shotgun shell ends, the metal end. That's where the primer would have went. And he just flattened them out. And I said, well, why did you bury them in the yard? And this is the most amazing story. He said in the 60s, when he was a kid, he hammered these out. And these were his treasure. And he actually buried them in the yard as buried treasure. He made a treasure map on how to get there from this tree to that tree and so many feet and this and that. And he had kind of forgot about them. He said he always intended to dig them up later, and I guess he forgot about them. And I'll be darned if I did not find these 50-some years later. So to me, this is treasure. This is family history treasure. And there's quite a bunch of them, and he did take a big handful of them for his own, because he wanted, it's just a keepsake for him from his childhood. So I know there's more out there, and I told him, yeah, I'll go dig them up. Now that I know what they are, I'll go dig them all up. But it's just so amazing to me that my brother, when I was probably a little baby, buried this stuff in the yard as treasure, and 50 years later, I come along and I find his buried treasure. Just amazing.